Welcome back to another LEGO Star Wars vlog with UCS Productions, guys. So today is going to be a shorter style vlog. Essentially, we are post the Clone Army video, so go check that out on the channel now. And today I'm going to be going through a few different things in the LEGO room that we need to sort out, essentially. And it's going to allow us to go on to the next section. The Clone Army video was that was a big one for me to just get out of the way so I can have the space freed up in the LEGO room, decide what to do next. It's one of those videos where it really felt like it was just sort of like hanging over my head, and now I can get on with things. So I've got something really cool that I've done with the Clone Troopers, or with some of them, and I've got to figure out what I'm going to do with the next ones. And we've got another massive lego.com parts order, so I will briefly go through that with you guys as well. Anyway, let's get straight into it. So as you guys can see, the LEGO room is a tip again. I only just cleaned it up last week, but I've just had my morning breakfast and I've got a little ginger defense from M&S there, which is always lovely. Some coconut Nice, I think that's what it's called. And we've got some Clone Troopers there, we've got Clone Troopers down there, we've got Clone Troopers over there. So the next thing is to clear all of this up, show you what I'm going to do with the LEGO Clone Troopers, and then move on to have a look at this parcel down here, which is the lego.com bricks and pieces order, which cost me a couple of £100. So I probably should have done a time lapse on this, but I finally filled out the Wicked Brick display cases, which looks awesome. I might have to invest in some more of these in the future, because I don't really want to keep my Clone Troopers in bags, but I think that might be what I'm gonna have to do over there. I'm gonna have to put them back in factions, but I don't really have anywhere to store them apart from up there. But yeah, I think this looks awesome. So I pretty much have one of every clone that I own in between these two, and then I've also got all of the Jedis as well. And down below that we've got some interesting figures, and then we've got the Rebels crew over there. And then in the one over here, which was already filled out, this is like everything else. Essentially, we've got some Old Republic stuff there for starters, and Alliance and so on and so forth. Also, forgot to mention, when I did the Clone Wars video, I obviously had to take all of these Star Wars Clone Wars sets off the shelf. And in doing so, I thought it's probably a good opportunity to finally clean the shelves. So I haven't done all of them, but 90% of the shelves I have actually gone over and wiped. I'm really happy because it does make a world of difference. I still need to clean some of the sets maybe, but the sets didn't look too bad. So I just thought for the moment I would just get the black shelves cleaned up, and I think that looks 10 times better. And just to go along with it, what a wonderful day outside. So I was just in the process of starting to clear up the LEGO room. I literally closed my cupboard doors, put a couple of minifigures back on the stand over there, turned the fan on because it's obviously quite hot today, and it's becoming a bit of a trend on the channel again. I've just had a wonderful lunch delivered, homemade gyros, and it looks really good. So I'm going to stop for a minute and eat that, and then I shall resume very swiftly. Actually, before I go, I am not using this minifigure stand for the same thing anymore. So I've decided to find some random minifigures, and rather put them back in the storage box, I think I'm going to put them on here instead. Could be quite cool to have in the back of the video. I might use this as something to change out those figures every now and again, so it's different in some of the videos. I have finished my lunch. I've actually bagged up the random clones for starters, and I was just about to start putting my clones away, and then I decided actually I'm going to put on some more Maul Shadow Lord. So I'm going to do that in the background, set up for the time lapse, and then come back to you guys when all of these are away. Hope you guys enjoyed that little time lapse there. and I've now finished packing away all of the clones. Luckily in my last two massive Bricklink orders I got two of these, like these really big bags, and that's actually helped me quite a lot because I've got them all individually bagged, but then I've decided to also use one bag for phase 2, one bag for phase 1, and unfortunately I couldn't fit everything in there, so I do still have some separate, but I've tried to bag it up as best as possible. I just thought I'd show you this because it looks pretty cool, to be honest. So I think maybe for the moment they'll either go in the storage cupboard, depending on if I can fit them, maybe on top of the boxes in there. It might be the best place, to be honest, because I don't really want them getting sun damaged, but other than that it might be up there. I've just finished putting away the Lego Clone Army, and as you guys can see, I've decided to store them in the storage cupboard essentially. I think this gives me like good easy access, but also it keeps them sort of safe and out of the natural sun, so hopefully they don't yellow. And now we are on to the lego.com order. This I've been waiting for about 9 or 10 days now, and it's the second part to what is going to be the MOC section of the channel. So it's weird because it's in quite a small box. Actually, it doesn't look like it's anything menacing, but hopefully this box is absolutely jam-packed, because there should be it's got to be 3,000 parts and pieces in here. But this is going to be really helpful because this has a lot of really good pieces in it, a lot of tiles, and actually very interesting. So they've given me a whole extra bag just for some of the tiles, and then everything else is just in one big old bag. I mean, this is a lot of pieces, and some really expensive stuff too, which I was kind of hoping that they might have in its own separate packaging, to be honest. But we've got some really cool stuff in here. I feel like once I've done this, like I'm gonna have to open this out on the table, and then I don't know, there's no going back. But we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it in true Lego fashion. I could have at least put some of it in separate bags. You know what I mean? I mean, this is wild. I think these are going to come in quite handy for like smaller MOCs where I maybe don't want to use a base plate, or if I want to create structures. I think I should have 8 of these. I was really hoping that they might put these in a separate bag, to be honest, because otherwise they've got potential to get scratched up. But I got some really cool ideas how to incorporate those. So I've just finished sorting the lego.com order. As you can see, I'm fairly meticulous in my ways. So we've got all of the whole table. This is all of the pieces from the lego.com order, and then also these 2 boxes down here. Now unfortunately I'm actually missing 30 of these in dark bluish grey as well, but I have just phoned lego.com and they told me they're going to send them out. But yeah, this is the full overview. It's quite exciting stuff. So I've got to package all of this stuff up now, try and find a new home for it. And I was out this afternoon and I also managed to pick up 2 more of these. I have searched everywhere for these. I went to like 9 different stores around the island, and like all newsagents, supermarkets. That is the only 2 I could find today. Crazy. It's only the start of the month as well. I actually spanned this over 2 days in the end because I've had quite a busy weekend. Been out and about, a family event, just the time in general to actually like part and sort all of this out. So yeah, I'm glad we got all those things done though, and I'm on like episode 7 of Mall Shadow Lord now as well, which is really good. I just hope they make like a second season of it, or like bring another thing out like that, because obviously since like the Clone Wars and Bad Batch is finished now, like I feel like we need more of that style of Star Wars animation, and like short bingeable episodes of just with like new content, new stuff, new ideas, you know, like Rebels. Anyway, I'm going to end it off with today's video, guys. Thanks so much for watching. If you did enjoy it, hit that subscribe button, turn notifications on, all the good stuff, and I will see you guys in the next video.